whatever you want to do that determines what tool exactly you'll be using. And we have PKI component, like I said earlier. We have certificate authority, which have they what they do is they issue and manage certificates. So when it comes to issuing and managing certificates, that is what certificate authority do. For RA, they verifies the identity of who is before CA will issue that certificate. RA, that's registration authority, they will verify your identity. They need to know who you are, so that they are not giving certificate to a fraudulent website or to a fraudulent person. So the next thing is central directory. That is where certificates are being stored. So every time I want to access a website, even for the first time, my browser needs to check. It will go to this like any certificate authority, like the central directory, checks for the certificate. Oh, it is there. Then it checks, okay, this certificate that I'm seeing here, is this still active, or it has been revoked? If it is active, then fine. It's gives me access to the website. If it has been revoked, you can get warning like, oh, this site is not saved, or something is wrong. And the next thing is certificate policy. It defines trustworthiness. The policy, there are different policies actually that is being used to define if a certificate is really trustworthy. And that's where I think I talked about chain of trust, using third party actually, because of my friend or because of somebody on the network has accessed that website and has signed that particular certificate. I don't need to do the same thing again. I can just trust, because somebody on my network has done it. I can also trust that same person and do it also. And the benefit is secure communication, identity verification, then non-repudiation. And so we'll be talking about blockchain. I think this should be the last part. Yeah, so we'll be talking about blockchain. Blockchain is also a form of cryptography actually. And yeah, sorry. Yeah, so blockchain is just like cryptography. For those who know about blockchain actually, that have actually like maybe read or done anything about blockchain. So it is decentralized immutable ledger system. So what decentralized means is nobody, there is like, we do not have just one person that is controlling the whole thing. It is decentralized. There is nobody in charge. So blockchain is just like you have like multiple systems all over the world in different locations signing transactions. So if I want to like send me, let's say, Bitcoin to Blessing now, immediately I initiate the transactions. There are multiple systems that are signing that transaction, that are verifying the transaction, signing it, and immediately it is being signed. There is a ledger that has been provided that transaction is being saved. And one thing about that ledger is because every transaction cannot be deleted. So if I have a particular wallet, I can always check all my transactions from the beginning of the first time I start using the wallet till the end. Even in the next 10 years, I can only see everything. It is not like a physical bank. You can read why blockchain actually came into place. It is just to kind of mitigate the shortcomings of financial banks, where you see, I think we might have very different stories of where you see cashiers when they add another zero or they remove one zero, all those kind of things. We've heard crazy stories that what happens in banks. And because of there is no proper record, I don't know, when GT was trying to like cooperate their system, people will open their, okay, I think today somebody just told me about something that happened with Union Bank, that they had a glitch and people were able to transfer money they were not having in their accounts. That same thing happened, I think, maybe 4 years or 5 years ago with Sterling Bank. The same thing happened with Union Bank, I think 2 weeks ago or so. And they are now on the spree of blocking people's accounts, all in the name of, I think the person that told me is like the fourth recipient. So the fourth recipient is like the first set of people that got the money. The second set of, when, let's say, I'm the one that actually like asked Union Bank now, and I moved money out of Union Bank. I sent it to Blessing, Priest, and Chioma. So Priest sent it to let's say Olamileko, Murenikeji, Renikeji to now send it to somebody else. So they've blocked my own account. They've blocked the guys I sent it to. The guys those one sent it to the fourth person, fourth recipient. So they just keep on blocking people's account instead of them taking it as their own shortcomings. Like they actually like had a flood in their system. They will just be. I think that it only works in Nigeria actually. Sure. They will just push the whole problem on people and they will try to like get their money back. I think 2 years ago, Flutterwave too, the same thing to happen. Flutterwave got hacked like 2 or 3 times in a year. And it is just the masses that actually like paid for the whole money back. The real people that stole the money, they've moved the money. Most what they do most times is they move the money, they use it to buy Bitcoin and or USDT or some crypto asset, and they are gone. You can't trace them again because the money is gone. And it is now people that actually like have their hard earned money, they really want to suffer for it. So it is a decentralized, there is nobody in charge of it. Nobody can make policies or something that will like just like the way if they want dollar to go up, Trump can easily make a policy around it and make it go up. And also Trump can actually like do some, maybe he calls the accountant general, maybe, or I don't know what they call the head of their own financial institution there, and say like, okay, we know SEC now on how they manipulate the whole stock market and all those kind of things. So in blockchain, it is immutable ledger. You can't edit anything because you are not the only one. It is not just that one particular thing that is keeping record. Multiple systems in multiple locations are keeping records. So that is why blockchain seems to be it's more better actually than the normal banking system. So we have public and private keys in blockchain used for transaction signing and verification, and consensus mechanism. So I won't go into this. We have proof of work, proof of stake. I think Ethereum is proof of work. It's something you don't need to know all those ones actually. So in summary, cryptography ensures data security. Symmetric encryption, we know it is fast because you need just one key. It is fast, and but it needs for you to use symmetric key. It is fast, fine, but you need to provide a secure key exchange. If you are not exchanging that key with somebody in a secure way, then it does not make any sense. Asymmetric encryption is much more slower, but it provides a secure key distribution. So I'll be showing us an example of asymmetric, like a protocol actually, that carries out key distribution on how keys are being distributed. So before we do that, do you have any question? Any question whatsoever, please? Blockchain isn't safe this way. Why is blockchain not safe? Yes, thank you very much. It works for banks. The star there. That's where tokenization is coming in. Same to GT where I got 5M and I transferred it to my other account. Okay. Oh, you got the money too. Oh, sorry. Well, I've been there too. But I was actually kind of into P2P for some time. I have to like leave it because the hypertension is too much. Sorry, you just get a good lawyer. Though it might take you 3, 4, 5 years before you get your money back if they lock the account. Yeah. So do you have any question whatsoever? Please, if you have any question, can you just signify right now before we go to yes, ask your question, please. Yes, hello, Chairman. I can't hear you. I don't know if you're talking. You are muted.
Yeah, no,
Okay.
I wasn't hearing anything again, so I decided to mute my mic. I said, why is blockchain so vulnerable to hacking?
Okay, maybe I said blockchain is not the one that is vulnerable to hacking. But okay, everything is vulnerable actually, yes. But blockchain itself is not vulnerable to hacking. Like the example I'm talking about, this GT bank, like that Brian KG just said, the Union Bank, Flutterwave, they are not blockchains. They are just your normal financial banks. So what really happened is because of the people actually know when anything gets into crypto, when you maybe I stole, let's say I stole money now, and a way of washing the money is just for me to go and buy crypto. I can go on any exchange and buy Bitcoin with somebody's identity. All what I need to do is just to pay the person the large amount of money I stole, and you give me your Bitcoin or you give me your USDT, and immediately you give it to me. You cannot trace me anymore at that moment. Although we have people that actually like trace it now, but it is always very, very hard, and it's what's the name, capital intensive to start tracing. So if it is not a substantial amount of money, they can't trace. So blockchain is not the one having the issue. The issue is the banking industry in Nigeria actually. So it is not blockchain. So I don't know if I have answered that.
Okay. No
Yeah.
problem. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. Yeah. Renikeji, yeah.
Okay, you made mention of Nigeria banking system, blah, blah, blah. I feel like
Yes.
the Nigerian banking system is even more safer than foreign country banking system because
It's
here in
safer than
Nigeria,
where?
there's no way you can take money. Let's say in terms of maybe US, right? For example, now there's some banking system that country that no. Wait, I'm talking from experience now.
Okay, yeah, okay. Keep on. Okay, just go on.
For example now, there's no way you can take my Nigerian bank account number and take any money out of it.
Okay.
There's no fucking way you can do that. Let's assume maybe you get any one of the bank account number or anything. There's a way, even just account number alone, there's a way you can take money out of the account with the account number and their
Okay.
names. That one
Okay.
for but here in
Let me
Nigeria,
just
there's no way you can do that.
let me explain something to you. What I understand what you're actually like saying, but before you can move money from all those accounts, even with the account number alone, you know the kind of level of okay, to start with actually, there is no 100% efficient system when it comes to cybersecurity. All system has its flaws actually. What I'm just saying is it is much more better for that what you actually like saying, maybe let's say in US now. I know Yahoo boys in Nigeria, they tends to say, oh, they move people's money, they do all these things and all those kind of things. What me I will actually say is before they can do that, I'm not into fraud, but I know the way it works actually. So what they do most times is they've gotten maybe their client or something, they've got maybe the person's private details. This is just the way it works. I'm in Nigeria, but I'm claiming to love somebody in the US. I told the person, go and open an account, give me your social security number, give me the bank, the details of the bank and all those kind of things. And they move money. So it is not like they've done something really, really special. It is just they're just like using the person's trust against the person actually. But what me I'm saying in Nigeria, I've been here for more than 1 year, close to 1 year, 6 months or 2 years now, and I've never heard of a bank having a glitch where somebody is sending more than what they have. I gave you different examples of what has happened in Nigerian bank. Flutterwave got hacked 2 times in 2023. In 2022, they got hacked once. In 2021, Sterling Bank got hacked where people were sending more than what they have in their account. If you have 5 naira in your account, you can send more than 5 million and nothing. There is no system that like even I think that thing went for like 1 day or something. Now, Union Bank 2 weeks ago, this same thing happened. There are a lot of things actually like happening in that fintech space that we do not even know about. I actually did not know about this Union Bank until today when somebody started telling me and kind of thing. Though I'm saying this, I'm not saying like 100%, but like 100% they are not all good. But they have more flaws than all these other banks in other developed countries. And in developed countries, they have regulations. They have there are so many acts that are going on. What I'm saying, there was a time we were seeing people's NIN, they were selling it 100 naira on the website. I don't know if you heard about that news. They were selling people's NIN. What should be private to you? Somebody is selling it on the website 100 naira. So if I can get somebody's NIN, what else is left? I can use that person's details to register a bank, and that's all. And I can be using that bank for fraud and nobody knows. So it is just they have more policies that safeguard them more than what Nigeria is actually like having. So it is just there is 100%. These banks too, yeah, they get acts too, but it is just much more better. Actually, I believe they have more regulations. If a bank here gets hacked, they have to report the hack in less than, it depends on the kind of hack. Actually, they have to report it in less than 48 hours. They have so many measures they need to take. So the regulations are there for them here, and they have the support. They have better systems. Yeah, so yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Okay,
Um,
what can just yeah, I know that Nigeria system and everything is not bad, fine. What about those people that are spending
your voice is kind of
millions
low.
of
It
dollars
is
on
hard hearing you.
security?
Yeah,
Yeah,
go
now.
on.
Okay, I concur that Nigeria system is something else, and I believe everything Nigeria is something else in one way or the other. But in all this country, with certain amount of billions of dollars that's spending on security, like I think there should not be any, like any space left for them for someone to get
Okay,
something. It's
you
certain
know
amount
what?
of money they are spending.
It is
I
because you are
think
still in
I think
cybersecurity. Get into
uh,
cybersecurity, and you will know that there are vulnerabilities every day. I don't know if you read the news, the updates that you see in the Slack channel. I don't know if everybody's in that Slack channel actually. Every day there are vulnerabilities. There will always be vulnerabilities because this is a digital system. Do you know how many acts that happen in a second? Do you know how many people are trying to get? Do you know how many threat actors we have out there? So as much as you're actually like defending the system, you are getting smarter. Those hackers too, they are getting smarter. What makes Windows keep updating, like keep sending Windows updates every week, every month? I think is it every month or every 2 weeks? It is because they know there are vulnerabilities everywhere. So there is no 100% system. The only thing you can just do is you can minimize your attack surface. And even with that, we still have human error too there. Even because maybe because of the CTO of a particular bank, I can make just a simple mistake and boom, somebody has gotten into it. And for example, now you said they're spending millions of dollars and they are still getting hacked. I think I shared about Solar Wind, what's happened to Solar Wind. And Solar Wind is not even into anything that has to do with military. All what they do is they have a software that those guys use. The Solar Wind got hacked, and the hackers, they were in their system for more than a year. Just all the updates SolarWind was trying to push out, they were adding their own code to it. And when the update came out, it's just like Microsoft pushing an update out. Once you install it, you will never know if there's anything wrong with the update. We just patch it. We believe it is okay. We update it. And every organization that actually like installed that particular update, they got hacked just by that. So there are so many numerous attack surface that is there. So I don't think there is anything that they can actually like do to, they can always try to minimize the attack surface, but there will always be an hack. And because of there is an hack, that is where you are coming in. That is where you are coming to make your own money. If hacks are still there, then you are coming to either be the good guy or the bad guy. You need to choose which one you are for. So yeah. Vulnerabilities, you cannot treat vulnerabilities 100%. It is not possible. It is not possible. So yeah. So I want to show us something. Like I said earlier, actually, if you do not understand what I'm about to show us, it is no problem. Don't disturb yourself. Don't disturb yourself. Yeah. So I'm coming. So I'll be joining. Oh, I'm coming. Yeah. Is there any echo from you guys then? Can somebody just confirm if there's any echo? Okay, there is no echo. Thank you so much. So I'll be joining from my phone right now, and I will think I will share my screen. Yeah, so I'll stop sharing this screen now and share my phone screen. So so what I'm about to show us is if you actually do not understand, don't worry about it. Actually, it's not something that you should. It is just good that you know the concept of of what I'm actually about to teach us. But if you do not understand, it's all good. So if we'll be talking about secure key exchange, how do keys, like when let's say I want to like I want to like communicate with Olamilekon now. How do I verify Olamilekon is a real person I want to like communicate with? And before you make communication, we need to click that. For those who did the assignment, and I know those who did the assignment, they've seen their feedback already. I think I've given a couple of people their feedback. You have your private key and your public key, and you want to share those key with the other person. Let's say you're using symmetric key now. That's just one key. You want to share that key with somebody else. How do you create a secured connection? That is where this question is. That is where secured connection is coming. That is where what we actually want to do. So I'll be talking about a particular protocol called my writing is not too good. So yeah, Yahalom. It is called Yahalom protocol. So Yahalom is one of a protocol. Somebody actually developed it, and it is used for secured secured key exchange. So this is what Yahalom actually mean. This is the way it works. So we have this triangle. So I will just be using, instead of using people's name, I will just use A and B. So A and B, or I think using people's name. Oh, can you guys see A and B?
No. Okay. Yes. Now. Yes.
Yeah, I think just sure. I'm looking at the screen now. So yeah, okay. So I'll be using A and B. Who has A here? Anaji, okay. Anaji, then B, let me use Blessing. So Anaji wants to send a message to Blessing. But before they start communicating, they need to exchange their keys. So what Yahalom protocol actually suggests they do is Anaje needs to verify his identity, needs to tell Blessing, oh, this is me. Blessing too needs to tell Anaje, oh, this is me, and they need to confirm. And Anaje needs to after confirming he's talking to Blessing, he needs a secured way of knowing this is really, really Blessing that I'm talking to. Then Blessing also needs to also make sure she is talking to the real Anaje also. So Yahalom protocol, this is the way it works. So there is a third party that is being involved, which is our server. So there is a server somewhere that is how would I put it, that is serving as the intermediary between Anaji and Blessing for them to communicate. So the first thing that happens there is that's number one. Anaji is we send a message to Blessing. So when Anaji is sending a message to Blessing, what is the message Anaji wants to say to Blessing? So the message and what Yahalom actually like the way the protocol works is Anaji is going to send this message to Blessing A, comma NA. So I'm going to explain what this A, comma NA means. So A means I am Anaji. Anaji is trying to when we actually seeing somebody, maybe you're seeing your friend for maybe you're seeing somebody for the first time. Oh, hi, Jack. My name is D. What's your name? So that is just what's actually going on here. So A means Anaji's identity. Anaji is trying to send A. This is like an arrow showing Anaji is sending a message to Blessing. So Anaji is sending this message to Blessing, this particular message to Blessing, saying, my name is Anaji, or I am Anaji. And this NA means, N means none. So when you talk about protocol actually, and whenever you say N, it means nonce. This is the spelling of NONCE. So nonce is a random number actually. So it is just like Anaji and Blessing, they maybe they want to communicate, and they already told themselves okay, whenever we want to communicate, the keyword is 2. So if for you to confirm I'm the real person, I will tell you my name is Anaji. I am 2 years old. So that way, when Blessing hears that or sees that, she knows. Then she knows what she will do next is to carry out, like to go and do the next step. So I don't know if that's like sounds like, do you understand that? Protocol is very crazy actually, because you need to like understand so a lot of things. So let me just come over it again. So Anaji and Blessing wants to like kind of like have a conversation or create a secured connection or exchange key. So they want to like exchange key. So what they do is Anaji is the first person that will like guys are always like the first person. So sends a message to Blessing telling Blessing, oh, my name is Anaji, and I have it's the secret which I like we both like agreed on, or the I'm having a random secret number. I'm picking a random secret number which is NA. That's nonce of Anaji, or Anaji's nonce, or I don't know how you want to call that. So he sends this message unencrypted to Blessing. So when Blessings gets this message, so the next thing what Blessing will now do at this point is Blessing needs to confirm, because anybody can actually like pretend to be an AG. There can be an intruder, they can be somebody that is like listening to their conversation. So Blessing needs to confirm if this person that claims to be an AG is the real person. So what Yahalom actually like told us to do, or what he proposes, Blessing now, in a bid to confirm who Anaje is, we send a message to the server. This server, like the server that is the third party now. So Blessing will send a message to the server, and this is what the message will be. So just stay with me. It gets complex actually. Okay, let me just, so I'll write the message down here instead. So she's going to send B into bracket A, comma NA, comma NB, then close the brackets, KBS. Meeting board must defined. That's what I'm saying. Like, it gets really protocol is a very crazy topic actually. When I did it in school, it took me nights off to understand the whole protocol actually. So now Anaji already told Blessing, hey Blessing, my name is Anaji. My name is Anaji, and I have a secret number that I'm sharing with you. So this is who I am, Blessing. So now Blessing wants to confirm who Anaji is. So Blessing is now, although Anaji and Blessing, they already like, oh, agreed, like, oh, there'll be a server somewhere that we are going to like put in charge. So the server is the one that will confirm whoever we are, or the server is going to serve like a third party between both of us to always confirm. So if an intruder is coming, so the whatsoever we have agreed on with the server, the intruder will not know. So what Blessing did in this second step is Blessing is now sending the message to the server, because the server has knowledge of who Anaji is and who Blessing is. So Blessing is sending a message to the server. Now what Blessing is doing here is, I don't know if you notice something. This part here, this is the message Anaji sent to Blessing, A, NA. That is Anaji's name and Anaji's nonce. But Blessing did something else, because Anaji sent his own message unencrypted. So what Blessing did here is Blessing sent our own identity. Oh, hey server, my name is Blessing. But what Blessing now did here, she now encrypted the message Anaji sent to her plus our own nonce. She created her own nonce, like a random number that it is known to her also. She created a random nonce, embedded it with the message. She now encrypted it. This is what we are saying here is encryption. So she encrypted this whole message. She encrypted this whole message with a particular key called KBS. So this is where it gets tricky. My name is Blessing, and I just sent me this message, and me myself, I'm giving you this challenge. This is my own number. So I'm now encrypting everything here with KBS. What KBS? Anytime you see K, it is a public key, it is a kind of a public key actually. So it means it is a key between blessing and the server. That is, blessing and the server, they already have a particular key that both of them, it is only known to both of them. And Anaji does not have knowledge of what KBS is. It is only the real blessing and the real server that knows what KBS is. So blessing sending this message means, oh, server, I don't know if you are even the real person I'm talking to. I want to confirm who Anaji is at the same time also. So I'm passing the challenge to you right now. So what I'm trying to tell you now is, server, check into your registry or whatever you have. My name is Blessing. Go and confirm. And when you confirm it, somebody is claiming to be Anaji, who is meant, we are actually like meant to share keys together. And this is the message Anaji sends to me. He said his name is Anaji, and he gave me a secret number. So what Blessing is now doing is, Blessing is now adding her own secret number to it. She's now encrypting the message inside of it. You know, she's not something, she's not encrypting her own name. Her own name is out there so that the server can always confirm who the person is. Then we know what to like, the kind of key to use. She's now encrypting the message with KBS, which is a shared key between the server and Blessing. Do you understand that? Oh, good. Okay, that's nice. I need to move to. Oh no. How do I move to the next page now? This guy, let me move to the next page. Coming, guys.
I think it's just a page of a page. Check the open page. Okay.
Let me just, I think I'm doing it. Actually, that's actually like my notes, so I don't know.
Okay.
I'm not sharing this. I don't know why this thing tends to.
Check the plus sign. Okay. The plus sign.
No, it's not. It's not allowing me to add anything there. Let me just. Okay, I've gotten it. Okay, yeah. So we can move now. So this is the message Blessing sent to the server. So that's understandable. So now I've done so many rubbish here. Okay, I think I'll just make a written note on it and send it to us later. So when the server is now receiving, at this point now, this is the third part. So the server has received the whole message now. The message Blessing sent to the server. We don't know if the server is he or she. So let me just use it. So the server got the message. So before the server can even respond, the server needs to know the value of KBS, which is the shared key between the server and Blessing. So if the server can know what KBS is, the server can decrypt whatsoever is inside of this message. Note, I said the server, Blessing did not encrypt our own identity, so the server already knows it's Blessing. So for the server to know the next step to take, the server needs to first know the value of this. So when the server knows what this is, the server can now decrypt whatsoever is inside of this. So when the server decrypts it, the server will know who Blessing wants to communicate with, what's the nonce that the what's the name Anaji has created, and what Blessing's nonce is. So now the server needs to give a response back. So if for the third part, when the server needs to respond, the server is not responding back to Blessing. The server is now responding to Anaji. So you note something here. Anaji is trying to verify who Blessing is. Blessing is sending the challenge to the server. So the server now will now try to like, okay, Anaji, you started this problem, so we are bringing it back to you. So let's say this the server was successfully decrypted, whatever is there. So the server now is communicating with Anaji. So this is what the server is going to send to Anaji. It gets really, really crazy here. Okay, don't judge me yet, please. So the blessing already like spoke to the server. So the server is trying to like verify if Anaji is who he is. So if Anaji can confirm who he is, then the next step will help us confirm who blessing is also. And that way the three of them can now start a secured connection. Or the server can even leave the connection if they can confirm who they are, and they start sharing whatsoever key they want to share. So at this point now, the server is sending a message to blessing to Anaji now. So the message the server is sending is what's the name? Blessing. So the server now is encrypting everything now. The server is not taking any chance. You know, the first message the message now. The first message that was being sent, that's A, comma B, it was not encrypted. Blessing too, in order to like let the server know what exactly she wants, she did not encrypt her own message also. But right now the server is encrypting all the message with a particular key called KES. So KES is a shared key between server and Anaji. That particular key save, this KES, blessing does not know anything about it. It is only just the way blessing and server have their KBS. So there is something called KES between blessing and server. So now the server is sending a message to Anaji and saying, Anaji, if you are the real person that you're chatting with blessing, and like you are the one chatting with blessing, you are the real person, then the first thing I'm asking you is you need to know what KES is. If you don't know what KES is, there is no way you can decrypt whatever I've sent to you. But if you are the real Anaji and you know what KES is, then you can decrypt whatever I've imputed in this bracket. So the first thing the server is encrypting, this bracket is B, that's the identity of blessing. Why the server is putting the identity of blessing here is because Anaji might have tried to like communicate with multiple people at the same time. So just for Anaji to know who exactly has this particular who exactly the server is talking about. That is why the server is encrypting blessing's identity inside it, this identity. Then there is a particular key called KAB. So is KAB is the shared key between blessing and Anaji. That is, for blessing and Anaji to talk successfully, they need to know this KAB. Both of them, they need to know the KAB. That means they are trying to like, they are both sharing the keys. Like that is the key that they both need to talk, like to make a kind of a secure connection. So this KAB also is a key that is just known. It can be, the server can like be the one that will generate the KAB randomly for both of them. You know, we said we're trying to like make a secured connection here, and this is just what Yahalom like what he designed for us. So KAB is a shared key between blessing and Naji, and it is only both of them that needs to know it. Then the nonce that Anaji actually like created and the nonce blessing created, then this is KAS. That means Anaji knows what this KAS is because it's a shared key between Anaji and what's the name? Anaji and the server. Then okay, let me just ignore this other part that was being sent. So let's just tackle this first part. So this first part now, let's say it is the real Anaje Gongo Gongo that got this message. So since Anaje knows what this KES is, it can easily decrypt whatsoever is inside of this bracket. And when it decrypts it, it's going to know, okay, this is actually like, this is talking about blessing. And this is the key between me and blessing. This is what we need to communicate together. This is the key that we're actually like looking for. And oh, this NA is the nonce I sent to blessing. So Anaje can easily know if the nonce has changed. If the nonce he sent to blessing is not the same thing he's receiving back, it has changed, and he knows that something is wrong with that connection, he's going to terminate it. It is not, there is something is wrong somewhere. It's either blessing that the person is sending the message to is not blessing, or the server is not the real server. So this NA is just for Anaje to verify if truly is the one that sends the first message. You know, this is just like the response to the first message he sent, which was him sending his identity and his nonce. So now his nonce is coming back. So whenever he sees this nonce, he knows what he sent at first as his nonce. So if he confirms it is the same nonce, then he knows, okay, that means I'm speaking with the real blessing, and the real blessing has spoken to the real server, and the real server is the one talking to me now. Then in this also, there is NB, which is blessing's nonce. Though Anaje doesn't, what's the name? He doesn't know what blessings nonce is, but it is just for him to have the nonce. So we see where that nonce is coming back. It's coming back, it's going to be in use. So this, the whole message here, this is the only part that is meant for Anaje. This part is meant for Anaje. This part is not meant for Anaje. Who can tell me what is not meant for Anaje? Anybody, sharp. Just look at this particular message. Why is it not meant for Anaje?
Because the KBS is for blessing and the authentication is coming from her.
Okay. Okay, I won't 100% agree with that. Okay, let me just tell us the reason. So the reason why this message is not meant for Anaje is because you can see the key here. The key here says KBS. So Anaje does not know what KBS is. So he does not have any meaning. He does not know anything that has to do with KBS. He does not know what KBS is. So it is only blessing and the server that knows what KBS is. So what this first part of the message is meant for Anaje, that okay, Anaje, if you are the real Anaje, the shared key between the server and Anaje, use it to decrypt this message. Get who you are talking to, then you get the shared key between you and the person that have generated for you guys to talk securely. Then this is your nonce. If I'm the real server, then I know what your nonce is because Blessing sent it to me. So this is your nonce. Confirming the nonce is equal to what you sent to Blessing, and this is Blessing's nonce. Then this is KES. So that is for Anaje. So this part is not meant for Anaje. It is just meant for Blessing. So it is just for now. What actually happened there is from the beginning, and I just sent a message to Blessing like, oh, this is me. So Blessing sent a challenge to the server, like, server, somebody is claiming to be Anaje. Can you confirm if he's the one? This is my own challenge to you. They encrypted this message that Blessing sent to to the server. The server has actually like unencrypted it and know what's actually like, he decrypted it. So now the server needs to confirm if Anaje is even the right person. So Anaje is the server now sends a message to Anaje. The message is not just for Anaje alone, but some part of the message is meant for Blessing, so that Blessing too, they can use that part to confirm who Blessing is. Because Anaje can easily talk to an intruder, somebody else that does not know anything about, like, that does not really know anything about the whole communication, like, or somebody that wants to like get into their middle, a man in the middle attack. Somebody can be in their middle, and when when Anaje sends the message thinking he's talking to Blessing, he might have sent it to the wrong person, and the wrong person sends the message to the server. The server believing he or she is talking, it is talking to the real Blessing, not know it is an intruder. We send the message to Anaje. So they still need to confirm who Blessing is, because if Anaje can decrypt the first part of this message, that means Anaje has been confirmed. we now need to confirm who blessing is. So that is where this last message is coming in. So inside this encrypted message, we have A, that's Anaji's identity, then KAB, which is the shared key between Anaji and blessing, which the server generated for them. Then KBS. This is the reason why we are saying this message is meant for Anaji, for blessing, not Anaji. So let's go to the next part. So the fourth part of this place now will now be Anaji sending a message to blessing, because now the server has confirmed Anaji is who Anaji is. So Anaji needs to confirm if blessing is who she is. So the message Anaji is going to send is that particular message, this particular message that the server sent to Anaji. So Anaji needs to send it back to blessing. So this is what Anaji will be sending to blessing. Too much carries worry me. Okay, this is KABA. So now for Anaji to confirm who blessing is, he's going to take the message that he got from the server that is not like useful for him. So he's going to take the message, just reflect the message back, but he's not adding something else to the message. This part, which is the nonce for blessing, blessing's nonce, and a shared key between Anaji and blessing, which is what they want to use to securely authenticate each other. But we know something. Anaji himself does not know what KAB is from what we actually have here. It was when Anaji used the shared key between him and the server that he was able to know what KAB is. So definitely, blessing does not know what KAB is also. So blessing needs to know what KAB is. So if blessing knows what KAB is, she can know what the nonce she has sent in the nonce she sent to the server. If it is the same thing she's receiving back. If it is not the same thing, she terminates the connection. So that means she's either talking to the wrong server or the wrong Anaji. So this is the real part that blessing needs to work now. So Anaji now is sending this message that the server sent to him, to blessing. So this part says, blessing, if you are the real one, the server sent me this message for you. The server should have sent it to you, but he just wants us to confirm both of ourselves now. So the server sent this message to me, so I'm sending it to you now. So blessing, if you are the real person, use the key between you and the server to decrypt this message. So when you decrypt this message, you will know that it is still Anaji that is talking, and you will get your shared key, the key that will authenticate both of us. When you get this KAB now, you can now use this KAB to decrypt the last part of this message, which is this part, and you get your nonce. When you get your nonce back, when you get the nonce, and the nonce that you sent initially is what you're actually getting back, that means we have both authenticate each other and we can start communication. So this is the whole principle of Jahalom's principle. We have Kerberos, we have different principles, and you actually have to know all those principles. It is very, very crazy. Cybersecurity, I thought I'll be pressing system. I never knew I'll be doing calculus again, all those kind of things. So I did this in an exam actually. You have to understand the whole principle, the whole the way the communication is, and it is even much more than that. You need to know this principle now, it has flaws. You need to understand what the flaws is. How can this particular principle, how can somebody else take charge of it and get his own way out of it? So there are thousands of protocols actually. So you need, as in cybersecurity, that's what I'm saying, it depends on where you actually going to work. We have different domains in cybersecurity. If you want to be an operation analyst, there's nothing, you don't need to know anything about cryptography actually. if you want to be cybersecurity engineer, I don't think you even need to know anything about crypto. You might just have a knowledge about what this one I'm doing. You don't really need to know. It is only if you know you want to go into protocol itself. There are people that this is their own work. Like this is what they do. And they just write protocols for different organizations for them to like create secured connection. Most organizations they create their own protocol because they know if they use the popular ones out there, an intruder or somebody can actually like sniff their network, can get to know what the kind of if I know the kind of protocol they are using. Like I said, this Shalom protocol, it has its own shortcomings to so if I know this part, maybe Google is using their alarm protocol, it's just for me to just go into their network, just simulate the way I've actually like envisage how this protocol can be abused. Then I get into their network. And that's just all. And any key they are sharing, I have their keys also with me, the shared key, and I can use that key to communicate with anybody in their system. So most organizations they have their own protocols that they build, and this protocol that you are seeing, it takes years. There are so many protocols that they've even like been thrown out already. They don't use them anymore because the bugs there is actually like too much. So we have, I think I mentioned Delphin Armor yesterday, Delphin Armor protocol too. We did that also. So you need to know, like try to understand, oh, this is what your alum is trying to say. If they want to give you this kind of question in exam, or what they will give is they might not even give you this drawing. They can just give you this part here, this A, then you now start bringing up the protocol from your head, start analyzing the rule rubbish and every other thing. So yeah. Oh, I've been talking for many hours now. With this 3 point of mine, I hope I have been able to convince you and not to confuse you. I know I've confused a lot of people tonight, but don't worry, you are in a safe and so or really you don't need to actually like understand the whole thing. But I'm just doing this because I believe it will be very helpful for everyone actually. Just you seeing how protocol is being written, how it works, and all those kind of thing. Yeah. Okay. Somebody dropped something else. You are. I know you. You. When I was sincerely speaking, when they taught me this, I was very very confused. And the problem that I even had was the lecturer that taught us then. The man is a very lazy person. He's always saying it. I'm a very lazy person. I enjoy taking the shortcut. So when he's taking all this thing in class, he will not explain all this way I'm explaining. What he's just going to do is he'll just give you like it's not like route to the answer. I will just tell you just take the shortcut as long as you're getting the same final answer. I don't mark steps, I mark the final answer. That is what the man will tell you. And but we have to like go back and go and learn it ourselves and just like bring up the protocol. You need to start understanding how those protocols work and all those kind of things. Yeah. So yeah. Oh yeah. Thank you very much. Yeah, this is it. This is it. Is this Shalom also? Yeah, I think this is yeah, this is This is just what I actually just did now. This is Shalom. So this one explains it better. This is Anaje sending the message to Blessing. You can see Blessing replying back with KBS to the server. The only thing that is not here is just what's the name, the diagram I drew, the triangle, which is showing because when you draw that triangle, it makes you understand better actually. Okay, don't see. Okay, you can just check what Miracle sent to the group right now. Just look at it. I'm saying this thing over and over again. You don't need to disturb yourself. This thing does not make you more superior than somebody else. Even most of our Odogu in cybersecurity, they don't know this thing. If you did not do cybersecurity, maybe as masters, you might not know this actually. Most of those big guys that I see on LinkedIn, they don't know this. So it is just like advantage of you doing masters. So it is not something I'm actually even thinking of venturing, like going into also. It is just for I just believe it is just a knowledge that you guys can actually like have. And when somebody is talking about protocol, you can say, oh, even if you cannot say much, you can just say, I know nonce. And you've added that way. And who knows, if because you said you know nonce, you get the job. So yeah. Thank you very much, guys. I think we should call it a night. It is late already. Though holiday continues tomorrow in Nigeria, right? There is no holiday here. It is a pity.
Hello, you can hear me.
Yeah, Brain, you said what?
Okay. My question is that
Your
Sir,
voice is very low, Brain. I don't know.
hey, Jesus. Can you hear me now?
Your voice is still very low, but we can manage actually.
Okay. My own point is that is this their first time meeting
Ah,
or they
please,
already
maybe
know
you
each
try.
other?
I can't hear you again. Like your voice is very, very low. I don't know if I'm the only one.
Can you hear me now?
Okay, yeah, shout more.
My own point is it their first time meeting or they've known each other before and they just set up a key for conversation?
Can you do what?
As in, is it their first time meeting or they've known each other before and they set up a key like they want to talk?
Okay. So with this, the way Alum actually like said it, they know each other. They actually like know you. You can't create a connection with a random stranger. It's not possible because from what we actually like from the analogy actually, we said there is a key called um KBS and KAS. That means definitely Anaja and Blessing they know each other. But for them to confirm who they are, they already have something to do. They know there is a server somewhere that will confirm their both identity. That's why we have this KBS and KAS. That means Anaje knows Blessing has a key with the server, and Blessing also knows Anaje has a key with the server. So that is they both know each other actually. They both know each other. Yeah. I don't know if I answered your question. I can't, I don't know. I'm not getting any feedback. Okay. Yeah. Any other question, please? Hello, nobody, no question. Okay, that's very, very nice. Yeah. Okay, so let's just call it
I
a night. So, like
feel
I said earlier,
I feel I feel when we go through it on our own, where we learn separately, we'll be
you
able
see,
to
okay,
see
this is what I
the
actually like
question.
say. Learning it on your own is just for learning sake, actually. Like you just want to have the knowledge, actually.
Yes,
Like, because if you're
yes.
not going into anything cryptography, you don't need it. You actually do not. It is not something that is really, really that important, actually, like that. But you just knowing it is just for knowing sake, actually. As long as you're not going into cryptography. So yeah. So as I said earlier, like what I'll be teaching you guys, you should not what was the name? Disturb yourself on it actually. Like don't take it too personal. Which account did I even use? I don't remember the account. Yeah. So you should don't take it too personal actually. So if you feel you want to actually like know more about it, then you can go and make your research about it. But if you still feel you do not want to know more about it, then it's fine too. It doesn't stop whatsoever you want to do. Yeah. Um yeah, so I want to our assignment. Oh, can this one still log in again? I doubt if this one will log in. I have too many accounts which are me already. Mhm. Yeah, so I for those who were not in the class earlier, so I told us to ignore the assignments, the practical on the LMS. So I'll be um what's the name? We'll be doing something else actually. I know, I know it will not work. Let's see this. Okay, let's just find another assignment to do. Uh, 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 So I don't know. Priest, please, this assignment I'm about giving us. So I don't know if you can take a screenshot of it and send it to the group for those who are not in the class. So
Okay,
yeah,
we'll do that.
yeah. So I'll just. I think the last one, most people complain it was too much. It's mostly reading, Sha. Most of you've not even gotten to the part where you do the real authentication code. Do I even have this? Coming. And if you don't use authentication code in all your stuffs, please start using it. You need to start using at least two-factor authentication. It's very, very good. Yeah. So let's see learning parts. And so what we'll be doing, we'll be doing something very, very soon. So for those who are interested in security operations center, that's security analyst. So we'll be doing I'm trying to like introduce something, but although because you guys are like just into cybersecurity, so you guys will be doing everything actually. So for those going, not even for those, everyone actually will be taking a test on Security Operations Center. So I'll just show us what it actually like means, like log, how to generate logs, how logs are being generated, how logs are being viewed, and all those kind of things. So it might be either we'll be using Splunk or either we'll be using Sentinel. It depends actually. So I'll just show us how to like set up our own account for Security Operations Center. For those who are interested in hacking, like Mureni KG. Wait, who was that person that was asking for my identity? Is he in this class? The guy asking for my identity on WhatsApp. Is he in this class?
He is not here at the moment. He's
He's
not
not
here at the
here.
moment.
Okay. Okay. So for those who want to go into hacking also, so we're doing more ethical hacking kind of thing. Then what other part is there also? We should just make sure we touch few part of the whole thing. Then okay, one thing I've actually like encourage us again is when one thing I've noticed is for those who actually like have me on LinkedIn, you will see I post more of things relating to the cloud now. So as things are getting involved, like things are evolving, you should also evolve with it. So we have cybersecurity quite well, but now almost all organizations are moving to the cloud. So for you to get the job or get better offer or like position yourself very well, you need to start positioning yourself, start knowing what cloud means, start knowing what all these cloud providers, AWS, just pick any free ones actually that you feel. You've been seeing the cloud guys. I think I joined their class last week. Like sorry, yesterday. I'm on Saturday. I'm always joining that class also because I actually started my own journey from cloud engineering down to cybersecurity, and now I'm going back to the cloud again. So cloud security is a big deal right now. It's a big deal. Almost all organizations are going to the cloud. So you might just understand the rudiment. Although we are not, I won't advise you go to the cloud now. There's still one important topic we need to do. So this week you'll be treating access control. Then after access control, we'll be talking about networking. So networking is like, even if you might spend 2 weeks or 3 weeks on networking. So networking is a very big deal actually in cybersecurity. And for who was talking about calculus, don't worry, you will use calculator in this one. In networking, that IP address you are seeing will calculate CIDR block, will calculate all those kind of things and subnetting. There is a whole lot of things to know under networking. So you might be spending 2 weeks, 3 weeks on networking, just doing the same thing. Yes, my DM for those you can only send me a message anytime, any day, please. It's if you are not messaging me from Monday to Wednesday, anything from Thursday, it might take longer time to get a response, but at least Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, I'm always responding as fast as possible. Yeah. So networking is a big deal. So when we get to networking, if you don't know mathematics, you might just need to go and brush up your mathematics a little because you'll be doing a lot of okay. So before we get to networking, I think I'll tell us you should just try what's the name? Yes, you can leave, you can leave, you can leave. If you can leave, please. You can leave now. Okay, before you leave, sorry, you get the assignment on you can leave, so you get the assignment on the LMS. Every other thing we are doing now is just gisting. So let me just give us the assignment so that others can leave. So I believe we've done this first four. So for this next part, so let's just do 1 and 2. This one, Linux fundamentals part 1 and Python basics. Just do the 2 alone and submit. So that is the assignment for this week. So go to your TryHackMe account. We've done this first 4. So you should do this next two, then submit it as this week assignment. So just in case, because I might forget, before we get to networking, you might need to go and brush up your binary, like how to convert from base 10 to base 2. You might need it actually because you'll be doing a lot of that. So yeah, I think you should just know about knowing at least base 10 to base 2, base 2 to base 10. For those who did not have science or who did not do science when they're in school, I'm sorry, cybersecurity is not what it looks like actually. I know some people they are shocked now. You might not even press system for the next 3 4 weeks, but you actually like a lot of mathematics goes into it. The Yahalom I just showed you, they are all mathematical computation. And the funniest thing now is most of those protocols they are being written by supercomputers. Now they are using supercomputers to compute them and those kinds. So they are all mathematical stuffs and models. Yeah, so I think that's the end of our class today. Only if you guys want to gist with me, that's what is left. Mass was it? Oh, sorry, Choma. Don't worry, it is just normal binary. If you skip it, then you will know about networking. It is just binary. Don't worry, I have an easy way of doing binary actually. So I will teach us an easy way of doing binary. It is not something hard. But for those who just feel like they have spare time and they just brush up your binary skills. If you don't know about binary, too, don't worry. We'll fix a class and we'll talk about how conversion of binary and all those kind of things. Like I'll teach you for if you've never done it before. Yeah, actually like easy way of getting those binary. And for those who like easy way too, don't worry. Even if you do not want to press or like you do not want to calculate anything, there is a website for you that you can calculate all those things. But the problem is if you're in an interview, they won't allow you to use the website to calculate. So yeah. Yeah, so I think we are done for tonight already. The Muslims, Zainab,
No.
where's our meat? Come and share meat, I beg. We are done now. Yeah, so thank you very much, everyone, for the Yahalom. You've seen Yahalom today, and I know if you're having a headache, buy Nurofen or Paracetamol. Just use it and sleep. Yeah, we are done for tonight. Thank you very much, guys, and thank you for forgiving me for yesterday for leaving abruptly. Yeah, yeah. So who wants to gist? If you want to gist, you can stay.
Yeah. Yeah, I want to gist. I really want to gist. You know, meeting the very. Who they call me in the match? Can you hear me?
Where do we go from?
Please, I don't know. Is it that my own? Am I the one not hearing you guys well or what? Let me see.
No. Moren Keji's network. I think his network is sort of.
Okay. It's like you are talking from a cave, kind of.
We don't. Did you steal your phone? What happened? That phone is not yours.
Say what? Say what?
That phone. You sure saying I get that phone where they take enter class.
No, I'm using my system. The issue is my phone is linked to my system, so I think something is wrong with both of them. So,
They,
Ah,
can you hear me very
you
well
might
now?
you might need to
you
maybe
check
you
your
climb a
test.
mountain and start shouting because you can hardly hear what you're actually like saying.
Can you hear me very well?
Yes,
I
yes.
cannot hear you very well. I cannot hear you.
What was happening to this thing? Like, I don't know.
Your
Can you
voice
hear me
sounds
now?
Type,
better
type
now,
it,
kind of.
type it, type it,
Or are
type.
you using maybe
No,
earpiece or something? I don't know if you're using an earpiece. If you're using
I'm not
earpiece,
using it in my phone is just connected to my system. Can one way or the other. So my own this thing is I mean when nobody talk about cybersecurity, let's just disconnect. Something don't do me and you do me, it touch my heart. That place where that thing hit me hard. I know say one of us don't be victim of that thing, but I don't want to. More na come answer, more debate.
what's
Waiting do
that?
So
you?
who don't put money for football, we don't carry that money.
Okay, just
Put
wait.
money
Just
where?
give me 1 minute. Give me 1 minute.
Yes,
Let me
so
join with
Football
you.
now. Please
yes, it
don't
has
carry my
affected me
money,
too.
go. They don't carry my money. I mean, they don't carry my money.
Comment.
Who else be victim here?
Where you put money? Where you put money?
Yeah, invest. I've been seeing, I can't invest. I don't invest. They don't carry my money go now.
Wait till you invest on. Which kind stock you invest? Where you invest put?
My brother, na coin o. Na coin.
Coin investments. Oh,
Ah,
sorry.
which coin be investment? Even the coin these days. And I think Chioma has been a victim because she has been saying something like, yo, mute your mic, let's hear from you.
All the best,
Hello.
bro.
Chioma.
Yes,
Yes. Are you also a victim of that of?
yes, now I said it now,
No.
but not that particular coin, no. But yes, they don't do me shege for crypto. I don't even look at crypto. Like Bitcoin should reach 1 million self. I know they look.
Bitcoin is the way, please. The
Yeah.
thing is, I've been in the system, so I understand the way it works actually.
What of
When
stock?
everybody is shouting buy, 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 that is when you should just sell your own and go and rest. Take your profits and leave. If you know how to like take profits, then you won't have any issues with crypto. Most people actually like, I won't say it's actually like 100% greediness actually. They keep saying crypto and Bitcoin is going to 200,000. Everybody's waiting for 200,000. But it will come like a thief in the night. Don't worry. We are dumping for the next 2 years very soon. I know very soon that dump is coming and it will be mad. It might even go back to 20k. So
Now the dump is going to be very bad.
yes,
Now
this
that now
same.
that dump, now that dump me I won't buy. Now that dump I won't buy.
Let me now tell. Let me show you when
Going
that
this going
when the when
Ah,
the dump comes, you will be scared to buy it. That is one thing that actually happened.
Yeah, that's
When
another
that
thing.
dump comes, you will not buy it because you'll be very very scared. So
when I said that I said that why is crypto so vulnerable? There was something I saw on YouTube a few weeks back. There was
okay.
one 21-year-old guy that they did this whole phishing thing, called somebody, and in the process of giving them one particular detail, I can't remember exactly what it was, they were able to get his email and password, and they used that password somehow to get into his ledger, and they stole 4,000 Bitcoin.
Eh, that what
different.
happened now? What happened now is not crypto. Crypto is not the problem. The problem is it was a phishing attack, not crypto.
Exactly.
It is just the same thing. If I'm sending you a phishing link that I'm from GT Bank, maybe I'm your manager in GT Bank, log in or change your password, and you give me your login details to your GT Bank account, I can take your money also from your account that way, that same way. So the problem is not crypto. The problem is the person himself. Why is the person falling victim of a phishing attack or something?
He's an old
So the
man. I don't know.
that's it. That's how you need to be extra careful. Okay, something happened to me. I think this week I was at work on, was it Saturday? A mail came in and I saw the mail. It was national something, and I was like, oh, I've been applying for different jobs, and I saw it. I was like, okay, I can't remember applying for this particular job, but I'm getting a mail from them. When I check the mail, the heading says national something. It is showing open filter at gmail.com. I was like, why is the mail not even going with the name of this so-called company? I was very paranoid. Actually, I'm very, very paranoid when it comes to mail. So I left it for Saturday. On Sunday, I left it. It was just today. I was like, okay, I copied the mail and the email itself that sent me the mail. I have to put it on Google to go and see if it has been referenced before, until when I saw it on different job links, and I was able to like connect it to that particular company. That was when even when I wanted to click on that link, I have to take it to my Kali, to a sandbox, to go and use it there, not on my original system. There are different attacks now, so you have to be very, very paranoid when it comes. So you just don't see a
You have to
link
be too
and
careful.
yes, you don't trust anything. And that is one thing that you need to learn. Just if you are very careful with your own personal life, then when you start working, it will be very, very helpful for you. Or else you'll be the one that will be the gateway to your company, to get your company out. So you just have to be very, very paranoid. Don't take anything the way even if it looks so legit, you still don't trust it. That's the zero trust model you guys laid. So it is not, the problem is not crypto itself. The problem is there are other attacks like phishing attack. All these things are just normal attack that can happen to your normal financial banks. But the why crypto seems to be the people who actually like use better is because it is almost untraceable. You might not be able to trace it again. When the person moves it, some people actually store cryptos for the last 5 years and they just put it in a wallet, in a dummy wallet there. They don't they know they're not spending that money in the next 5 years. Like the recent Bybit hack that happened. Do you think they will spend that money? They are not spending the money, they will just keep it in the wallet for the next 5, 10 years. When everybody forgets. When everybody has forgotten, they start moving the money and they spend it. So that is the way it works. It is almost untraceable, so they might not be able to recover it again. That is why it seems whenever there is a phishing hack or something, they are tracing people with crypto because they know that if I actually like fish you and you give me your GT Bank account and I'm using that GT Bank account, let's say I moved your money, I'm moving it to somebody's account, which they can easily know the person. Even if the person maybe is a POS something, they still know who the person is. So there will always be a corporate, but for crypto, there is no corporate. So that is where crypto, like the shortcomings of crypto actually, but it is also a blessing. Yeah. So you have to be very, very paranoid with like the way I am actually. When any news come, I don't know when any news come, even before I even click on any link inside of the mail, there are even some mails that when they come in, before I click on that mail itself, I need to know the where that mail is coming from, who is the person, and all those kind of things. You just have to be very, 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 like very, very paranoid with all those kind of things because now there are tools that can simulate. I think I read about a story of somebody when the CEO called the financial I don't know what they call them, like the head of the accounting department on the phone call and said, "Oh, we just want to like secure a deal or secure an equipment or something. You need to transfer so money and that kind of thing." And the guy sent the money because he believed the CEO called him. Unknowingly to him, it was somebody that was using AI to mimic the CEO, and that was how the money went. And that was all. So there are so many tools out there, even with the advent of AI now. You can create a phishing link, a phishing. No, I'll show us how phishing works very soon. We just have a lot on our, like a lot actually, but I'll show us how phishing really, really works. When you see the way phishing works, you won't even pray you fall victim. You might have even fallen victim of it that you don't know. Because one thing about things in Nigeria is there are so many things that are going on, but we don't know about it because people are not paying attention to it. It is until when cases like are more developed, they have systems that whenever there is an hack, they need to report it, all those kind of things. A bank will get hacked in Nigeria, we won't even know. The only time we know is when they start blocking people's accounts, and that's very crazy. What if they've stolen that's what I'm saying. Like everybody in Nigeria, our credentials, everything is on one dark web that they are selling maybe for 5,000 BTC or something that somebody's buying, and they are using
I
those
was
credentials somewhere. I
I
told you
was about saying the same thing
somebody is
when
selling
Moremi.
NIN. Somebody selling NIN for 100 naira on the website. He created the website and he's selling people's NIN for 100 naira. What will it take me to go and buy like 1,000 accounts from the person, get those people's NIN, use it to open PAMP account or OP account? I only need somebody's NIN. And that's why I opened the account and I start using them for fraud. Who will catch me? No one. So you can see
Nobody.
it's crazy out there. You just need to like stay safe. You know yourself alone. Don't trust anyone.
This Union Bank thing, if you didn't talk about it, I would not even have known because it's not in the news. I've even checked online now as you were talking, and it's
That's
not there.
that's what their guys does. That's what they do very well. Most of the
That is what
attacks
they
they have
do.
in Nigeria, they don't talk about it. They just do damage control, sharp, sharp, change their PR guys
They,
come up, change the narratives, and then because
they change the
nobody's going to
narrative.
point it
That's
out.
what they do. Nobody is getting.
There is no
Nobody's like
system.
Flutterwave.
Okay.
Flutterwave got hacked 3 times, and nobody got. The only people that got that got what's the name, that got out are just the customers. I even have someone. I have different because I was still very much active in crypto then. I have most of my guys that their account is still locked till date. I have somebody with minus 100 million naira in his account. I have people with bastard money that they locked their account. They are even still having minus. After taking their money, they are still having negative in their account. And who is getting no? The president never even addressed them. Nobody's addressing this financial. I don't know, the head of Accountant General of Nigeria. He has never have said. Why do you think banks are making 1 trillion as they are declaring 1 trillion as profits? In the
And
same
their
Nigeria, people are
profit.
saying there is no money. There is inflation. A bank is declaring 1 trillion as profit. Where is the money coming from? So there are so many things that are going
Sorry, which
on.
bank is that? Which bank is
Ah,
that?
Zenith
some
Bank,
bank, Zenith Bank
Are
declared
you
one
serious? Was it
trillion.
Zenith,
2024?
I think
yes,
GT Bank declared
2024.
something billion.
Mad. Oh.
Zenith Bank
They are
declared one
declaring
trillion.
massive,
How
massive
many
Because they
people
are
here
like
is
debiting
using?
like
plenty
arm
money.
robbers. They debit like arm robbers.
How many
Bank
people
can
is
take
using Zenith
500
Bank?
naira from your account and call it USSD charge. They are mad.
A
As
bank,
Zenith Bank,
a
they are
bank
mad.
made a mad. I think a bank made over how many millions of naira from just SMS charge. So all those things actually, there are so many things that are not they have not been regulated. So when a system is like that, you see a lot of decay going on. A bank, Zenith Bank, of if GT Bank is the one declaring 1 trillion, I won't even be mad. If it is all these popular big banks, commercial banks, I won't be angry. But how is Zenith Bank? Zenith Bank that I know very well that they don't have network every time. They are the one declaring 1 trillion profit. It's crazy now. It's really
It's
crazy. But
crazy.
what are we going to
They,
do?
they,
We'll
they
just
feel
go on
it's
social media and talk, or
rant,
we'll be
rant,
arguing about
rant, rant,
Bobrisky. Everybody will go and talk about
drag
Bobrisky,
them.
or VDM will just come one day and say, yeah, all right. And if you say something that is not making sense, people will go and pay attention to that. When they are pressing
You
issues,
go
people
and
will be
learn
paying
the hard
attention
way.
to. So there is a whole lot going on in that country actually that is only I
It
don't
has
know. I
turned
don't
to,
want to
it
say it's
has
only
turned to
I don't
that
want to say
point.
it's only good. Exactly.
It
I
has
don't want to
turned
say
to
it's
that
only
point.
good. No. Ah, I'm a fan
It,
of I will never
sometimes
leave Nigeria.
sometimes it's not even the hackers. Oh. Sometimes it's even the banking staff themselves.
That is what let me tell you something.
The IT
I can
and operation staff.
I can say it boldly that we do not have hackers in Nigeria. We do not have hackers. Like when you if do you know what it takes to be an hacker, the kind of infrastructures those guys actually like having. We have people coming up to be an ethical hacker actually, but somebody that says his full-time job is an hacker, I don't think I've seen anyone in that range before. If the hackers in Nigeria, all those banks, they are in trouble. All those banks are in trouble. Somebody did even the video is on YouTube. Sef. The guy was able to like use what's the name SSS on MTN, and he's getting people's details. He's going to get their phone number, get every like all their personal details, their BVN, NIN, and everything from MTN portal. Every of their system is porous. Like every system is porous there. But who are we going to complain to? There is nobody. They will put their guys there. When those people are actually like very, very good, that should be in that position, they're not putting them there. So it's a whole lot going on actually. And I wish Nigeria very well. Like I wish Nigeria all the best. Oh, so that's what it is actually. But don't worry, it will get better. It will get better.
Ah, we hope so.
Anyway, I need help. I need help on my LinkedIn. I don't know what's happening today. I think I have like 6 or more accounts on LinkedIn that is not working. Like everything
That is
is
the problem. That
wait.
is the
When you
I'm
first
beginning
problem.
to
open,
so
You
I'm
can't
beginning to
have you
suspect
can't have
Fixed
more
account.
people
wait,
using
really.
accounts.
Fixed
I know
account.
I can't have more than one. Wait, I know I can't have more than one. When the first one first got suspended, I was like, what's going to happen? I email on X, blah blah blah, every social media platform. No response, nothing,
They
nothing.
won't
So
respond.
I'm waiting to open another one. That one did not last a day, restricted.
Then
I should go and
what
verify.
you should do now
Verify
is
for like a month.
what are you using to verify?
Fine, what exactly?
What are you using to verify?
I use my NIN, my
No,
I use my
when they're
passport.
talking about um, what's the name? Identification. Please don't count NIN again. NIN is not identification, please.
I
So
use my
you
passport.
use your international passport to verify. When you use your international
International
passport
passport. I use international passport.
and they still locked it,
Not even working. They are not accepting the verification.
what is the
All my
problem? Is it
all my
what is the
ID.
problem you are getting with international passport? What's the
Just
problem they are
at some
seeing?
point, they said I have submitted whatever it is. I
That
submitted it
means
back.
there is an issue with the previous ones because of the previous ones. Like your name now is already in their system as this person. Maybe they've I don't know whatsoever they might have written about you actually. So that is why anytime your name pops up in their system, even if you are verifying, they will still need to kick you out. So I really don't know how to go about that, but I can make inquiry about that for you, sure. Mm, yeah.
Because now I don't know what to do, and I need this. I need this leading of a team. Yeah.
Ah, you need to start like one of the ways that you can actually like you need to start making that publicity. Just make yourself available out there. Let people know that you're out there, and that's one way actually that you can prove to people
And
that you
actually,
need. If
is there something similar to LinkedIn? No, it's nothing like LinkedIn. It's only
I don't think there is anything that I don't think there's anything that match LinkedIn for now. I don't think there's anything that match LinkedIn actually. I don't think so.
you know what I'm doing. Yeah.
Yeah. So
We don't have contact. We don't have anybody you can call. There's no even emailing to them. Just go to their website to help center and don't get anything from them. You don't get it. There's nobody you can call. This one is
yeah,
just no much. See, I
it
would
is
now
just like
realize
it's like
So
you saying you want to call Facebook now. Why would you want to call this kind of
my friend's
organization?
LinkedIn account was suspended for like 3 months. What she did was that she was sending them regular emails. I can ask her how she was able to do that, but she got her account back. But it took a while.
Yeah, good evening, blessing. I think she just spoke me. Yeah, so it is what it is actually. All the Michael, how are you doing? I think I saw Michael here too.
I'm
Blessing, what
okay.
did you
I'm
say?
all right. I'm enjoying the conversation. Hello.
Oh, yeah, Michael, I can hear you. Yes, Michael. I don't know if
Yeah,
it
I
is
was
network.
thinking, how do we go from here, especially in my situation where, hello?
Yes, okay. I think Michael, what you should do is send me a message, then we can fix the class actually.
Mm,
So what we'll do is we'll look at your like knowledge gap you still have, so that we can bring you up. Like I can bring you up to
yeah.
speed. But like I've been saying, I'm always available Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, at least for now. Yeah. So we look at the
Mm,
knowledge gap, then at least in a little way, if I have resources I can give to you that you can read and speed up, like just speed up your learning up to like what others are. Yeah. So I think that's just what we can do. So
mm,
within Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, we can always like maybe meet once in a week and just look at what you know now, what you
okay.
should know, and the kind of that those kind of things. Yeah. And something about cybersecurity again is you reading. You
Mm,
just need to like read random things. Like I showed us one website yesterday, Geek for Geek. So and this track may also take it serious, Michael. Like from the beginning, if you start learning the whole
very happy. Okay.
fundamentals, yes, learn the whole fundamentals of the little things. You will just see like it
Mm,
is just the same thing that even when it gets complex. For those who are on my LinkedIn that reads most of the posts, I talked about I think iTunes, Intune just recently. All those things that we are talking about, they are still like they are like the basic things actually, but it is just like it's not looking more complex, but it's still the basic things. If you try to understand the whole thing, it is just still the
mm,
basic things, but now in a complex way. So when you understand the fundamentals, you can easily just most of my learning actually are from maybe YouTube. I learn it. I watch YouTube a lot actually. So I actually like have to like get YouTube Premium because I can stay on YouTube for a very long time, just watching random videos on different acts. I don't know. I don't know if people looking at my data on YouTube. I know they might arrest me one day because the numbers of arc videos I've seen, like talking about people that have hacked CIA, all those kind of thing, and I just find it interesting. And from there, I can learn from them. You can learn different things on YouTube. So that's just one of the things that actually like works for me. Yeah. So just message me and we'll
Okay.
find something to do around that. Yeah.
All right.
Um. Yeah. Shoma.
Hmm. Okay, I have two questions. Out of curiosity, one, are we going to learn programming languages during the course of this course? Because I know that to become, you need to know a little bit about SQL and Python. So are we going to learn that too?
Okay. A shocker actually.
That's my first question.
No. Okay. Should I answer the first question or you ask the second
Yes.
question?
No, no, no. The first
Let me
question.
answer first. So programming languages. I won't say yes. I won't say no. Actually. So you might not be learning HTML, CSS, and all those kind of things, but you need to have programming language understanding because um, you might need to know about Python a little. That is if you want to know about because now if you are doing a SOC like Security Operation Center, there is a part of automation like you need to like automate stores. So you might just need to just know not the whole Python itself, just know how to use Python for automation. And there are different languages in cybersecurity, apart from what we know, not those HTML, CSS that those guys are doing. Like, for example, they are not really, really hard actually. So I said I'll be showing you guys how a SIM2, which is Splunk, how it works. So there is a language called SPL. They actually like they are mostly English, like it is just like normal English actually, just so you understand what you want to do. Then not really, really deep programming language. So for Splunk, if you want to know about Splunk, you need to know about SPL language. There's something I've forgotten something language, but it's SPL. If you want to use Sentinel, you need to know or anything Microsoft. The language they use is called KGL, KQL actually, KQL. Then you might need to know about JSON, how to write in JSON format. Um, there are so many things actually, but it is less. Those things are not your concern right now. Even for me, I'm just learning KQL language now because I'm just getting into Azure. I don't like Azure. I never liked Azure, like the cloud list. I never liked them because it's too complex. I'm just getting into them. So I'm just learning KQL now. I've done SPL for some time now. So it's not a
Mm.
priority actually. But the thing is you have AI now. Anything you want to write, you can always tell AI to write it for you. That's just it. So the only thing is understand what you want to do. AI is there to help you out. And yeah, that's it.
This is more like on the program I went to on that was on Saturday. Yeah, but I think it was about AWS, cloud security guys, taking blah blah blah. So they're talking about AI taking people's job now. So the guy was like, no, it's not like AI is taking people's job. It's people behind AI that's going to use AI and take your job. So is that you hope AI now?
The thing is, AI cannot take your job. The more they think AI is taking our job, they will okay now. They made when I'm talking about SIM tools. So we have SIM tools that what SIM actually means is security information event management. So all the logs, like the way my system is, when I logged in, all the like anytime I use administrator role, everything I'm doing on my system, there is a log that is ingesting all those things that is just taking it. Then I think I have one. I have a sampled one on my system. So all those
Mm.
logs, they are being ingested from somewhere. So they are being ingested from somewhere. So those logs, there is this thing they call MDM. Okay, we have EDR, we have MDM. So EDR is just like endpoint management. If I have like 100 systems in a particular company and I need to know what is going on in those in each of the system, I can install an endpoint like an EDR or something, and I'll be monitoring almost all those things. And so as much as they are using AI to make life easier, the thing is they still need humans to take some measures. AI cannot take. There are sometimes whereby maybe an IP is trying to get into your network. AI cannot take that. What's the name? Cannot take that. The decision. It needs a human intervention sometimes. So the only thing that you can say is AI is not taking people's job. As that I'm saying, initially everybody is talking about cybersecurity, cybersecurity. Now people are actually like moving to cloud security. You need to move along with the flow. How will you use that AI to make your own work better than every other person's? That's just it. AI cannot take your job. They will keep saying it. They've been saying you can use AI now even to generate pictures. I think I saw a thread on YouTube where somebody's using like just uploaded a picture and say, oh, make it a LinkedIn something. Like you should edit the picture and make it LinkedIn worthy. And it did it. Why do we still have graphic designers? Because there will still be a touch of difference, a touch of professionalism from what a human graphic designer will do to what AI will do. They are still using humans' data to train all these AIs now. So it is, even if AI will take your job, it is not in the next 10, 20 years, please. So
But bringing that up to like any cybersecurity and alongside with cloud cloud security, hope one is not going to affect one. But if I should just click the both together, it's gonna help me with the knowledge I have with cybersecurity, cloud security, just together, you
Hmm.
know.
eh, no, it's nothing is actually like disturbing
That's
each
my
other.
second question. Hmm.
Okay. But when I'm saying okay, you see, right now, don't let me like make things complex for you guys. So just now, right now, just learn a bit of cybersecurity. Make sure you know about cybersecurity very well. When they wake you up, what is this? You know what it is. When you get to that point, then you can now say, okay, I want to like move a further ahead. That is where you can now bring other things like cloud security, or you might even start with something like security operations center. Like you want to become a SOC analyst. Those are easy roles that you can see. It is just like you going into a bank. You can't just maybe a fresh accounting credit and say you want to become the MD or you want to become the general manager. You need to start from somewhere. So you need to start from know the basics very well. Get a SOC role because you have a SOC role. If you've done a SOC role for like 1 year, 2 years, you yourself you'll be the one like you'll be like, oh, at this point I think I need to move now. But why I'm saying you should know about cloud is because even if you don't know about cloud security yet, but just have a knowledge of what cloud is, you can always put the knowledge you've learned in cybersecurity, like the fundamentals you've learned, you can put it into cloud and to just work for you. Why me I'm actually advising you because I never knew about it was even before my masters. I got into a cohort for cloud security and for cloud engineering actually. So that was even where I met Femi. That's the CM, the guy that actually like had division for the employees. It was just cloud. What was the name? Um, Cloud computing engineering that we did generally. And when I came into cybersecurity, I could now bring that knowledge of what I've learned in cloud previous and what I'm learning in cybersecurity. I can match those knowledge together, and it's boosted me kind of. So when I did cloud security, when cloud computing, then it was only AWS they showed us. Not like they showed us other ones, but it was AWS I had interest in. But now getting into cybersecurity, I got to know okay, AWS, they use AWS, but most private companies like that deals with healthcare, that deals with financial organizations, they use Azure because Azure is more of about security. But when you are looking at ease of maybe deployment of something, you use AWS. Google Cloud too is there, but I don't really like Google Cloud too. So just know the basics first. When you know the basics, then you can move on. So this is an example of a security log. So I don't know whose system is. I think I don't. I was using it to do something actually, like learning. So this is a kind of a log. Like this is kind of log, so you can see the time, audit success, the time, Microsoft Windows event log. This is the event ID. This is the service shutdown. This is just what a log looks like. So there are tools like the way I'm working now. There is something that is generating all these logs and saving it somewhere on my system. Everybody's system, there is something that is saving it. So in case there is an attack, we can use this log to predict if the attack was successful, or what type of attack it is, or all those kind of things. So you can see here, the computer attempted to validate the credentials for an blah 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 special privilege assignment. So all these things actually, you can use it to predict a Windows firewall driver started successfully. If there is a privilege escalation, I can know from whatever I'm reading from here. So that is just the work of SOC analysts. They are always going through thousands of logs every day, just trying to see, okay, is this is this network still safe? Is it not safe anymore? All those kind of things. So this is security log. We have another log called system log too. So, but for Linux, I think it is called autlog and what was the name? Syslog. So all those things, you just need to like understand, take step by step. When you get to that stage, it will be easier for you because you already know the basics. Splunk, I taught myself Splunk. I even did a project of somebody on Splunk, like final year project, master's project. I wrote it for the person. I never knew it. The guy just told me, oh, his final year project is on like security, he needs a SIM to blah, 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 blah. And I was like, I've not done this before. I was like, okay, don't worry. This is like this period. Actually, I was actually planning to learn is a SIM too. So I made my own research. I saw Splunk. Okay, I will learn Splunk because of you. I'm learning Splunk and I'll do the project for you. For him, he thinks I'm doing it for him just because of doing sake, but he never knew I'm doing it because of myself, because I want to use it to learn something else. So just learn the basics yet, then you get to now integrate everything that you learn to the cloud or something. So this is a system log. You can see this one does not have the first one. It has audit successful, audit something. This one is having information, then different information of everything that is happening on that particular system. You can see. But I will show you how to set up Splunk on your system. You might probably use Ubuntu. I will show us how Splunk works, how we can set it up, and all those kind of things. Yeah. So don't worry, guys. It will get better. That's just it. It's cybersecurity makes you feel you don't know anything, but the more you do, the more you get to know. Yeah. So that's the way it works. Yeah. So just keep your fingers crossed.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you so
Yeah.
much.
So sorry, you were saying that you don't like Azure. Why?
The Azure is kind of. Can I show you guys the way it even look like? They have too much information. They have a lot of
Mm.
information, like useless information. Not useless. Just I think I have
But
an
they don't
account
have
here.
as much as many products as AWS, don't you think?
Says
AWS has
who?
a lot of. No, they
You
don't. Oh,
no, you don't. You've not seen Azure. That's why.
I have.
Okay, like I said earlier, they both have what the if you are talking about security, then you talk about Azure. If you are talking about ease of deployment as fast as possible, you talk about
Yeah,
AWS.
yeah,
Azure
AWS,
has
yes.
some useless, like I think. Okay, let me just log into one of my accounts and show you.
Okay.
Let me show. I will log into AWS. I will show. I will log into Azure, and we will see the useless how Azure makes life very very hard for people. So this is looking like they don't have much actually. This is looking like they don't have much. Uh, okay, one thing about Azure is this is not just everything they have. For okay, where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? This is not what they have. There's another website you can go. Is this security? Okay, I think I'm in the wrong. I think it should be here. Yeah. Portal.azure. Then there's another one, security.microsoft.com. So what Azure does is they break down, because they are like thieves. They break down all their essential services. So if you want to use services like, let's say, endpoint, like most of the services that we are seeing here, this is not just all their services. There are some of their um is it this one? I think it's this one. Okay, it should be this one. That would be. Okay, so Azure, because they want to take more money, so what they do is they break down all their services into different. Microsoft 365. I think we all know
Mm-hmm.
Microsoft 365.
Yes.
You know
Yeah.
they
Yes.
have special what's the name licenses for Microsoft 365. If you want to
Yeah.
use,
The
Yes.
if you
basic
want to
standard and
use
premium.
if you want to use Sentinel, like the Microsoft 365 I'm talking about, it's not Office 365, like the one that we
No,
have
no,
Yes.
no.
PowerPoint.
Yes.
If you want to use all these endpoints, use Sentinel and all those kind of things, you can't use them from here. Hope you know. You can't use
Mm-mm.
them from our
Yeah.
portal.azure. You need to come here. You need to come
Mm-hmm.
here. They still have another one again, admin. So they have like thousands of services. Where's that one again? Admin.net. I think this is another one again. So there are different services they're just catching all about, and that is why it looks like it is not. But this is why I'm saying, okay, let's try create a virtual machine, and you will see what I'm talking about. Yeah, let's create a virtual
I know.
machine.
I know
The kind
that
of
that's
quest
their exam is hard.
the kind of question they ask is just unreasonable. Like I have to fill all these parts. I have to talk about disk. I have to fill all these parts for disk. I have to fill all these parts. Like you can't even skip anything. You have to fill the management parts. You have to fill monitoring. You have to fill advanced. You have to fill tags. Then you can now review and create. Now let's go to AWS. Okay, let me find one of the sandbox accounts. Um, AWS, and I will show you AWS. If you want to create, what was the name in AWS? It is just one thing that you will click, and that's all. Where is it? Cloud computing. So let me just use one of their sandbox. Hopefully it logs in this time because it's always giving me. I don't know what's wrong with most of these sandbox. So what was the name? AWS is kind of simplified. You don't have much problem like the way Azure will give you. Azure, you want to create just storage, you can take 5 minutes on it trying to create just one thing. But AWS just like authentication. I know most of these sandbox are not. I don't know. I don't know what's wrong with finding that his last was. Yeah, I have all these required document now. There's 339713025091 KK Labs underscore user. This one is not okay. Let's try another one. So AWS makes it very, very simplified. Or maybe because I actually like learned AWS first. That is why I'm kind of biased with them. Because I will always pick AWS to Azure. And the funniest thing is, even now that most of the things I'm doing on Azure, what I do most times is I'll first go and do it on AWS. I'll now bring the knowledge to Azure to come on because I know Azure will stress me. But if I've done it on AWS, I can bring that knowledge. I know it is just little differences, but that little differences can. I don't know what's wrong with this sandbox that is not working. So what I'm just saying is Azure is very, very complex actually. Like you need to like start feeling all this line of AWS. If it is just simple knowledge, that if you want to create a virtual machine in AWS, just put the name, put the type of machine you want. Then you don't even need to pick the size. Pick the type of machine, pick your resource group, and that's all. You are gone. You've been able to create whatever you want to create. But Azure, the opposite is the case. You just need to like keep answering different questions and all those kind of things. So that I mean, I just feel Azure is kind of tedious, kind of, and Azure too. You can do one thing today, and you go there tomorrow. They've changed it. Maybe where you have to like click yes, they might have moved it to another page entirely. So that's one thing I don't even like. It's AWS is almost after how many years I've been doing AWS, everything I've been clicking is still in the same place. Azure now they've been changing names. They used to have Azure Directory AD. Now they changed it to Entra, like Microsoft Entra. They've been almost everything they have. They are changing the names. So if you want to write the certification,
Mhm.
the certification you prepared for last year that you think you're already prepared. If you want to write it this year, you need to like prepare again because they've changed names of those things. They've changed things already. So it is very, very stressful, but they are good with security. That's just one thing about them. So that's just it, Sha. So don't worry, guys. You get there. You get there. It's just a matter of time. It's a matter of time. And when you get there, the funniest thing is you will believe you are not yet there. You will believe you are not yet there because the more you think you are there, the more you think you know, the more you know, the more you be like you yourself, you convince yourself that you don't know. So, but one thing that you just so when we start doing what was the name? Like I showed you guys what SOC guys do, what ethical hackers like ethical hackers at least. Okay, we've done brute force now. Have we done brute force? Okay, so that's scale injection we did. So when we start doing all those things like in full, you will know what part you want to trade, then you can now focus on that part. If you want to focus on SOC, then you know, okay, fully SOC, you can just learn all this, one of these SIM tools, know how it works. Then you can now bring that knowledge to the cloud now. So if you learn Splunk, after learning Splunk, you understand everything about SIM. You can now go and learn maybe Microsoft Sentinel. It's also a SIM tool. It is just little bit different from what Splunk does. So you can put that knowledge into it also, and that way you understand better, you understand faster. But what I actually used to do is if I want to move, if I want to learn something, I'll first learn like the smallest size of it. Then I can now use that idea, the fundamentals I've learned about it. I can move it to whatsoever I want to learn. So yeah, that's it, Sha. But don't worry, you get there. It's time, but it's time. As and I'm just hoping everyone here will like finish up with the whole cohort. You can see what Femi said yesterday that he doubts if 100 people will finish the whole cohort. Let's keep our fingers crossed. It used to be 50 something. Now hardly be having 15 people in the class. Before you know it, it boils down to like 2 people, 3 people in class. And I understand it is a very that 6 months is very, very long. But because of it is long, you have a lot. If you are to learn, I've seen people that have said they will teach you cybersecurity in 3 weeks and you will know it, and it's not possible. Look at what you've been learning from the beginning of this thing now. Can somebody even teach you what you've learned already in just 3 weeks? It's not possible, but they just want to like package people. But we said, since we said it is a mentorship group, we should make sure even when you graduate, we can still hold your hands. The volunteers that we have now, they just ran a penetration testing for one of our patron just he had, I think he just designed a website or something, so he needed people to do penetration testing, so he gave it out to the volunteers. So the volunteers were doing actually like they did the penetration testing, and they told them for every bug they find on the website is going to pay them. They are done already, but we are still holding their hands. We are still showing them, okay, this is what you can do. This is how you can make your CV better. This is how you can start pushing for opportunity. Even one of them actually just got a scholarship to write computer security plus for free. she just got one scholarship on that. Like she's writing computer security, computer that is like
So who
300,000,
gave her?
20,000.
Who gave her?
I, I, I don't know. I
That
don't. She
Comtia is
just
not
got it.
300
She
and
just reached
something
out to
thousand.
me.
Oh. Comtia is close to
So
800K.
I know because when I did it here, I did it here. So with the voucher, they gave me discounts. Like if you're a student in UK, you get a discount of like maybe £100 or something. So I paid 165 or something. But I know if you want to like pay the full money, it's like 200 or £300, and that's like 400, 500,000, or like converting pounds to like naira. So and somebody like she just got the offer for free. So what we need to do now is just to prepare her for the exam so that when she writes it, she passes. And she has gotten it. So if you can stay with them for years, me, I know opportunities are just out. Even the volunteers, they are working on a fishing. I don't know if although it is something they are still working on. We are building a fishing, not for us actually. We are working with another organization that they are building a fishing tool, just like Go Fish and other tools. They are building one for a company in Nigeria. So the company now they want to like reach out to almost all the like financial organizations and all tech companies in Nigeria. So they will doing phishing exercise for their clients there. So we are the one like those volunteers that are involved in the whole what's the name in the whole design of the whole app and every other thing. So we'll make sure as much as possible. I've never seen somebody like Femi before because if you know how much he's spending into this is a whole lot. We are using premium Google Meet, paying for the data. We are paying for the data. He's paying for a lot of things, and it is always sad for him. Whenever he talks, I feel the pain. Like he's actually like feeling when he's spending that much, and people are not even taking it serious. So it's very painful. I just feel if it is just two people that are able to like do the whole program and they get what they need to get, then it's fine. It's fine actually. At least those two can also go out to influence more people out there. Those two like that, and the standard of living will get better. So yeah, that's just it. I'm always advocating for you guys too. If left for Femi, you can remove everybody in the group because he believes as much as he's spending, he needs to like see evidence. But when he checks the assignments now, he's seeing out of a class of 40 people, just 3 people submitted. He's seeing the attendance list. Out of 40 people, only 10 people is attending the class. And we are all paying for this subscription. So I don't know. I wish to really talk to everybody, but it is just to Richard that touched it. Yeah, so I'm always available for anytime you need any help, at least I can always like and I think you guys have my WhatsApp number now. So yeah. You can always reach out to
Telling me I
me.
don't have the WhatsApp.
You don't have my WhatsApp number. Yeah. Go and look for me in the group.
Have
Or you
it.
can ask Priest.
Okay, yeah. That guy. Yeah. That guy. Like that. Okay.
What happens to that guy?
No, nothing is wrong with him. We don't remove. We're just joking. It was just cruise actually, because we're just joking that day. I know he did not know I
I
was
know
there.
I want him to say it himself. I want him to say it.
Don't say my guy. I just joking.
It was just cruise. We were just catching cruise that day. So
But then again, you will trend. Seriously, you will trend like our brother that trended last week. Okay.
you can go and challenge me also, Mureni Keji. Don't worry. So it was
Yeah, I don't.
just we're just joking. So it's just joking. So he did not have any intention of removing him. So we're just joking with him. Yeah, so it's just all the fun. It's just to like make fun out of it. Yeah. Yeah, so I think it's time you guys need to go and sleep now. Abi?
Who?
It's late for you.
Tomorrow is
Please
public
10:30.
holiday now.
Oh,
Sleep without way. So is just resuming work.
Michael, don't be jealous. So I know there is no holiday here for us. They did not recognize the old holiday
Yeah,
waiting. Don't be jealous. Leave them. Our own holiday, our public, our bank holiday is coming.
Way,
Yes.
baby.
All right, guys. Need to
Yeah.
go.
So good night, everyone. I think I call it a night. Yeah.
Thank you. So you said you are free on
Good
Wednesday,
night.
yeah?
Yes, yes. I'm free on Tuesday and Wednesday.
All right. I will.
Yeah.
I will. I will try and link.
Okay. No problem.
Thank you, sir. Good night.
Yeah. Good night, Shoma. Good night, Michael. We meet again next week. Yeah.
Good night.
Sorry, Tuesday. Sunday. I mean. Yeah. Good night.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.